Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boom Bust channel, Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry. What else is there to talk about? Our first round pick is Roquan Smith. Yes, I'm real excited. Sorry to be so late. I was actually out and, finally got a chance to get back and see the draft and see what happened. The Bears stay at number 8 and they take linebacker Roquan Smith out of Georgia. Now, I think that in the media, listening to me, talking with your friends, a lot of people have beat our prospects to death when we're talking about who we could go at 8. And who will ever know what the other options were? That's the thing that people talk about for months, and then you never think about it again after the draft. And so we don't know who the options were or would have been, but we do know we got Roquan. So this is something we talked about. The quarterbacks is not a need, and it's a quarterback heavy draft. There's not a lot of pass rushers. Really, there was just one real premium pass rusher, and he was gone before we could get him. So it really was down to the defense, I would say. And we all knew that at the spot we were at. A lot of quarterbacks were going to go. No top flight receivers, running backs, you got Saquon and that's it. So it was no real offensive super weapons there that we could have got or, that we might have wanted. So a premium defensive player is what we expected to get. And I think that's what we got. I've talked, before about how I felt about Roquan, and talked about getting a linebacker. And it might, again, not be the top need, but you got to take the talent there unless you trade back. Now, I think with the way the draft fell, it would have been even better to trade back. But, I think a lot of people just always want to trade back. Like I said, you got to have another partner. And the way it all shook out with the quarterbacks, maybe nobody wanted to come up. Who knows? But let's not speculate about those picks because let's just talk about Roquan. And I don't think I did a case for Roquan Smith, but I did a case for Tremaine Edmonds, and I talked a little about Roquan and the linebacking core and how it would look to bring in a linebacker. And so, yeah, we got Trevathan, who either injuries or suspension, you don't know his availability, but we know when he's healthy, he'll be a solid, lead dog. But now you bring in Roquan Smith to go side by side, and I think when you talk about bringing back Nick Kwiatkowski, Roquan, and Trevathan, between those three, we got some dependable linebackers. And so what does Roquan bring? I guess if you haven't been listening to me, you want to know. I mean, he's a super athlete. He put on about 10 pounds. That was my only knock. He played around 220 something, 225, 227, but at the combine weighed in at 230s plus. And he still ran a good time, so he showed he could put on weight, which he was going to need for the next level. He still could play with speed, and so that's important. So he brings a ton of speed, sideline to sideline all day. He brings good coverage ability, a lot of movement ability, explosive in the blitz game. Very decent, or a big hitter. Wrap up tackle, I think sometimes he can get better with that. The only big major issue I have with Roquan is his ability to take on blocks. And that's a lot of problems that linebackers have these days coming out. So Vic Fangio and them, hopefully they can work with him to fix that up. But, as far as a 3-down linebacker, as they say, you got him. As far as a guy that can help in the blitz game, you got him. So, and as far as a good character, you got him. Roquan, great person, so far. And so everything you know about him says that he's going to be that All-American on and off the field. What he reminds me of is Luke Kuechly. And I wouldn't say necessarily exactly the play style or whatever, but just how you feel really good about the athleticism mixed with the tough, nose, mixed with the leadership part. That's kind of how I felt about Kuechly, where you just felt really safe with him coming in and doing his thing as a linebacker. And so that's how I feel with Roquan. And will we maybe get rid of Trevathan, who knows? We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, it's clean cut and dry. We didn't trade up. We didn't trade no picks. We didn't do nothing funny. Stayed at 8. Got a guy that we, that they really like. And a guy that I think the fans will really like. It's not the splash, as they say, that, people want to buzz about. But I think in the long run, this is a good step towards the direction. Yeah, I mean, I don't, the only thing I'll say is, and I'll talk more about this when I do my round 1 recap, but Mike McGlinchey went the next pick. Everyone telling me that Mike McGlinchey's not worth that high of a pick. He went the next pick. Could the Bears got McGlinchey at 8? I would have been perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I would have been really happy. But we got Roquan, so I'm happy with that too. But, yeah, I think that might stick in the back of my mind though for a while. But anyway, that's it from me. Go to the comment section. Give me your thoughts on our first round pick. Give me your thoughts about the second round pick. I know Harold Landry, Lorenzo Carter still on the board. People want them, but I'm looking at Will Hernandez at guard. So, give me your thoughts. Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around. And remember, stay up and bear down.